Welcome back to Chris and Retro. Tonight's video is going to be about journaling and the value of it. Uh, the last couple of videos I've been talking about, Thanksgiving and those in active use, kind of letting it go for a minute. And then, you know, day two, what does that look like? And, has day two becoming something that decides this is a journey you want to head on? Um, One of the things I found as day two became day three, day four, day five, was that journaling the way that I approach journaling, I found beneficial to me. Now, journaling can take on any number of forms, and we know that people have diaries. And sometimes people use journals to be creative in their writing and that type of thing. I find that for the addiction process, it's really good to be prescriptive. I look at my journal as a flight plan. So, um, excuse me, for over 5 years, I've journaled the exact same way. And here's actually a sample one. I buy these books. You can buy them at Walmart. Actually, I get the Exceed one. So the Exceed journal, the line journal, I keep these over and over again. I always put a sticker on it just to keep them differentiated. And I keep these journals. So and that's when I put the Chris and Retro stickers in the back. And I also like this Demons Behind Me, and so is my past. Um, it's a brand of clothes that they don't endorse me or anything like that, but I love the sticker. Anyway, the journaling, to be regardless of what you do, the journaling really for me has become a flight plan. And so it's a flight plan for my life. It's a directional concept for me where I am today. And I do journaling the exact same way, and I've done it literally every day the exact same way for 5 years, over 5 years. And so what I do is I start out with a goals section. And my goals section is just on this, I use one page per day, and I write on the top of it my goals. And if I put my goals first, and in the goals I fill out everything that's got to be done here. I'm going to try to find a page here that's a good example of what's going on. One that it doesn't get too personal. So here's an example. So you can see on my page here that basically it's all scribbling, but on the top I have my goals, something positive, whatever positive thoughts I have about me personally, things I'm thankful for, and then I put a prayer list. Now, some people say, inspiration instead of prayer list. I tell you, for me, the reason I've done it that way over and over, goals gives me not every single thing I have to do in the day, but it gives me the things that I must do today. So if I can get them out of the way, it goes back to, the Serenity Prayer says, we got to control what we can, know what we can't, ask God to help us know the difference. Well, within the construct of my controls, I have a lot that I need to get done in a day. And for me to help with my tendency to procrastinate, my willingness to stay on my plan, my goals are really the flight plan. That's really where I want to head and land by the end of the day. The reason I put something positive is because I have a lot of self doubt. Even when I'm doing videos on here, I've shared that with you before that I question the content. I'll go back and look at videos, and there's been a number of ones I've actually deleted from here just simply because I start hearing it and wonder if it has any value for you. So I'll have a lot of self doubt. And one of the things I have to do is I force myself every single day to realize I do have value just like you do. And positive is something I can reflect on about myself. Now, I found I've gone through seasons where it's been the same positive. Sometimes I just put, I'm moving forward. Literally, that's what I'd put in the positive section. For me, that's positive. Regardless of what I'm feeling about myself or my circumstances, I'm at least moving forward. Under, thanks. One of the basic principles of any type of recovery process is gratitude, knowing that out of all things bad, there's at least a few things to be thankful for. And many times I think we'll find that our gratitude list is a lot longer than we give it recognition for. Writing down what I'm thankful for every day gives me that knowing that no matter what, every day I've got something to be grateful for. That's just a short list, but I jot it down. Now, the reason I chose prayer over inspiration is because I believe God is my higher power. I believe that He is a very important part of my story, and it has a lot to do with why I'm sitting in this chair right now. Um, but also, there's another element of prayer. The reason I do prayer is because one of the challenges I have in my recovery journey is I can be very selfish. It's about me. It's about Chris. It's what's going on with me. Why are you hurting me? All this crap. What prayer does is it's a tangible way for me every single day to invest in somebody else's life with the most powerful thing I know, and for me, it's God. So I am actually going through an act not only of worship and obedience in my spiritual component, but I'm also going through an act of obedience to the process of my recovery by investing in somebody else's life. And so that's why I put prayer. I also leave an extra section there for any observations. So on the bottom portion of it, I'll always leave a space where I'll get an idea for the show. I may, My book might have idea, or I might, any number of things, or I might see something I want to go back and tell a loved one about. I'll just jot that note down, or I get a quote, or I hear something. That section is really just for kind of the free for all section. It has been massively important for me, to the point that I actually wrote a book called, I've shared it with you before, called Anomaly: The Journey. You can go on Amazon and get it right now if you wanted to. It's a cheap book, probably about $6 by now. And really, it's just a journal guide. It's really poorly written book. There's excerpts in it from some rants I had during active rehab, or not active rehab, active use and rehab. And but the point is that what I'm doing is I'm writing one page for you, and then I leave 5 blank pages for you to write your journal. And what I want people to do is get in the practice of journaling. It's not so much that book's so great, but it helps encourage you to get the practice of journal. Side benefit to the book, that if you were able to get it, if you don't want to use it for a journal guide, write your story in the blank pages, and then give that book to somebody else with both of our stories in it to try to encourage them, or put it on the shelf to encourage yourself to know that you aren't alone in this journey if you ever have a season of down times. That being said, journaling, no matter what way you do it, I find it to be tremendously valuable for your journey. If you're on day 2, day 3, day 1, day 100, it doesn't matter. Journaling can continue to keep you on course, and at least at one point in the day, you're centering yourself on what you're all about, your flight plan, where you're trying to land that plane. You're not taking off from Rochester and landing anywhere. You're taking off from Rochester and you're landing in Chicago, no matter what. Hope this little clip was beneficial to you. It was a huge part of my recovery journey. It's been a massive part of my story up to this point. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share it with you on this platform. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, comment, share with your friends. I would very much appreciate the support. Until we speak again, I hope you guys have a good night.